So, the Spring Major had a lot of questions going into it. How would NA perform? How would NA perform? How would EU perform? Because the whole, oh, NA sucks right now, EU's clearly better. But the big one was about Vitality. Team Vitality. Alpha 54, Redosin, and Zen. If they could get a clean sweep of the spring split, they won all three regionals. They just needed to win the major. And as you can see from the thumbnail and title, those mad lads did it. They did the perfect split. Perfect split. They won all three regionals. They won the major in a bracket reset against Team BDS, which honestly didn't seem like much of a competition because Vitality just 4-1'd them in both series. Like, that was just the easiest I've ever seen Team BDS get taken down. And that was like the first match, like, if you want to count the bracket reset as like the last game as like one, which a lot of people do. Or I get, you know, in certain contexts, BDS only lost one game the entire major. One series, I should say. Like, individual games in the series, they've obviously lost. They didn't. I don't think they 4-0'd anyone. BDS 4-1 to K Corp, which I don't think a lot of people expected. Rule 1 made a pretty deep run after getting sent down to the lower bracket by BDS. They beat Moist, Complexity, Moist. I think that was it. I think they just lost to Vitality. NA's last hope is Gen G. They also got beat by Vitality in a 4-0 sweep. Depressing, but it's whatever. But this, what else happened? Complexity almost beat Team Vitality in upper round 2, I think it was. If AJG hit that one shot in that last game, they could have beat Vitality right then and there, and who knows what would happen in lower bracket with them. That would have been wild as hell to see if Vitality could make the lower run from all the way back in round 2. That would have been wild to see. But I think one of the craziest things that have happened in that major is Vitality turning from a villain to a hero. When Vitality beat Gen G, they were booed. They were booed so loudly, and so many people on Twitter, so many fucking crybabies started whining and complaining that the crowd was, oh, why are they booing Vitality so much? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing it? And then, lo and behold, you surely shouldn't judge a crowd before the entire event is over. They started cheering Vitality. Why? Because of their coach, Farah, who is honestly just a mad genius, crazy scientist. He told the crowd, does anyone have an American flag or a sign about NA? And he would wear the flag, or he would raise the sign high as he was walking out to the grand finals. That's exactly what he did. One of the fans gave him a sign that said NA on top. He took it, and coming out to the grand finals, he rose the sign high. The crowd loved it. The crowd was cheering, and they were having a good time. They cheered every single time Vitality scored. Pretty much booed every single time BDS scored. And the thing is, BDS was the fan favorite. They were the fan favorite before that. I suck. They were the fan favorite before. So BDS turned from a hero to a villain, and Vitality turned from a villain to a hero, which was pretty crazy to see. That Farah guy, man, I tell ya, oof. Bro, make him my hype guy. He can get anyone to do anything. Holy shit. Can he be my wingman? My word. What else happened at the major? Besides NA being eliminated, being an all EU final and NA major, and being crowded, being cheered. The crowd was not quiet in that grand final. I will tell you that much. You should go watch it. Also, the viewership. So I've been looking at Twitter, right? And apparently, according to Wikipedia, this is the most viewed. This is like the second most viewed LAN behind like the World Championship last year with like 300,000 peak viewers. I don't know if I'm gonna have it up or not, but I know I'll have this up. When I was watching on Twitch, dude, I saw the view count rise up to like, I only have like a picture of when it was 122,000 viewers, but it was around, and I'm gonna have this up there. I'll have it edited. Dude, the actual viewer count that I got up to, that I took a screenshot of it, but I lost it somewhere. It was like 135,000, around 135,000. That shit was wild. Of course, it stagnated and it slowly went down, but still, 135,000 on Twitch chat for a spring major. Absolutely wild. Only beat by the World Championship. You know, this World Championship is actually looking pretty juicy. Pretty juicy. See, Vitality can continue their run, being absolutely dominant. I dare say best team in the world. Unless G2 can get their shit together. Or maybe FaZe get their shit together, challenge Vitality, and not like K-Corp. And not like when they went against K-Corp at the Winter Major. Where First Killer absolutely beamed that save. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the Spring Major with Vitality. Which is the topic of this video. If you made it this far. If you clicked off by now, you wouldn't really be hearing this, but you're still here. Vitality, dude. They played 2 games in lower bracket that day before the Grands. And bro, oh my god, people thought that they were tired, that they were gonna lose momentum, but no. They steamrolled BDS. I was rooting for Vitality, obviously, cause if you watch my prediction video and went to the grand final, you know, watch it up to when I predicted the grand finals. I predicted Vitality was gonna win. Didn't predict that they were gonna go into lowers, but I predicted that they were gonna win. I actually predicted that Complexity was gonna go into lower bracket and challenge them in grand final. That was wrong, obviously, but it's whatever, because my end prediction was still right. Vitality still won, and you know what? I'm hyped for it. I love Vitality. I used to say Liquid was my favorite EU team. Nope. Vitality is now. And Zen? Oh my god, dude. Zen is a fucking powerhouse on offense. He was hitting shots left and right. He was faking them. He was even good on defense. Oh my god, that kid is so good at this game. Unlike me. My god, that kid's on another level. So much talent. And he's still so young. He's like 16, I think. That's a lot of years of pro left ahead of him. A lot more championships ahead of him as well. Holy shit. Bro, I don't want EU team to win in the world championships, but I want Vitality to do well, that's for sure. I want Vitality to make grand finals against an NA team. That's what I want. Even if the NA team loses in the end, at least they were there. But if the NA team beats Vitality and wins, hey, it's my region, you know? Vitality became a little NA team in the grand finals. But, you know, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. The team is so good. Oh my god, Alpha 54 balled out. Redosin did his shit. A little shaky at first, but he came through. And in the end, Vitality are the Spring Major champions. Like I said at the beginning. Perfect sweep over the Spring Split. That's just some crazy shit, dude. Oh my god, crazy shit. That major is actually pretty hype. Like I don't know why people on Twitter insult and say, "Oh, you know what? They're just haters. They're just haters, dude." Honestly. People who are shitting all over the NA crowd. It's like, dude, you just want any reason to hate on NA, don't you? Anyway, that's not the topic of this video, dude. It's about Major, about Vitality, their historic accomplishment. Not even K Corp to do that. That team of ball chasers. I hate K Corp. I don't know. It's just I hate. Not hate. I know a lot of people like K Corp, but that's just not the team for me, dude. I don't know what it is about them, but I just don't know. I don't. Vitality. I'm a Vitality fanboy for EU and a G2 fanboy for NA. That's for sure. My dream grand final for the World Championship, if G2 gets their shit together, is G2 versus Vitality. Sure, if G2 loses, it'd be no disappointing second place. JNaps will probably retire regardless of what happens. Sad, because he's one of my favorite players. But, you know, what happens? I mean, he's like, what, 23? Yeah, that's just gonna happen soon. Every player who starts inevitably retires and saddens the entire community. That's just a part of the sport. Part of any sport. You know, people don't consider esports to be real sports, but you still train and put in hard work like all other things. There's a reason it's called esports. Pseudo-intellectuals. But, dude, Vitality. Oh my god, they were dropped to lower bracket by BDS in what was their worst series of the competition. I think they got like 4-1 by BDS in upper bracket. They were not looking themselves that game, but then they dropped in the lower bracket and they just go on a tear. They go to game 7. They beat Rule 1. I think they beat Rule 1. They went to game 7 with K Corp. And then they just destroyed BDS in the grand final. Both times. And it was the craziest shit I've ever seen. And I'm so glad I watched it. I'm so glad I didn't do what I wanted to do and stopped watching because NA wasn't a part of it. No, I continued watching because I wanted to see who won. And oh my god, Vitality is a beast of a team. Zen is so good. Alpha 54, Redosin. Holy shit, I cannot wait for Worlds. I cannot wait to see teams bounce back. The next season of RLCS, dude. The amount of shit that could happen with roster mania, the shake-ups, team changes. I mean, my biggest question is if JNaps does retire and leaves G2, who does G2 pick up? Who would become G2's new third? But anyway, dude. Holy shit. It's a good ass major. People judge that crowd too harshly. Too harshly. Can't wait to see what Vitality does in a World Championship. And with Rule 1 steep run, because they beat a lot of teams, they put in a third spot for Mina at the World Championship. And I'm pretty sure they certified that the first Mina team, like the first time a Mina team goes to a major, they just make a deep run. That's what the Falcons did. That's what they did. That's just what they do, I guess. That's just the code of Mina. I guess people are hyped for that. I know one particular guy who would be. Furia, unsurprisingly, the jack shit. Even though one of their fanboys would say otherwise, but I don't know. They did good for the teams they were against, but I don't know. They lost to a SAM team. They came to NA and then lost to a team from their origin region. I guess isn't a shock. Ninjas in Pajamas is actually a really good fucking team, to be honest. But Complexity showed them what was real. Complexity just smacked them up when they got to them. But you know, that's just what happens, I guess. It's just unfortunate that most of like the top teams got put into, most of the NA teams got put into the lower bracket like right off the bat. But a lot of them, SSG was eliminated by Gen G, their NA brethren, and it was just chaos, dude. Okay, chaos. I'll tell you what. APAC, they came. Sam, I'm just gonna continue with Sam now that since I mentioned them. Sam, South America, their teams balled out like I said. Beat Furia. Crew didn't really do much, but APAC, they were eliminated first round of surprise, but they took a Elevate took a game off of Vitality. They got swept by Liquid, but they took a game off of Vitality, and people thought that meant that Vitality wasn't as good as they are or were online. Nope, LAN team. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say. I'll catch you all in the next video.